The UN's human rights chief calls this a horrifying discovery. Mass graves in the courtyard of Gaza's Al-Nasser Hospital in Khan Yunis. Young, old, women, and medical staff are among the victims, many allegedly showing signs of torture. And the number of bodies being discovered is only growing. At least 51 bodies were uncovered by civil defense teams on Wednesday, prompting calls for an independent investigation.
This is something that forces us to call for an independent investigation of all the suspicions and all the circumstances, because indeed it creates the impression that there might have been violations of international human rights committed.
Israeli troops laid siege to the hospital until they withdrew from Khan Yunis earlier in April. Testimonies from medical staff and evacuees who managed to escape the hospital before the withdrawal described scenes that closely resemble those that are being uncovered today. The Israeli army says these claims are baseless and unfounded.
Given the prevailing climate of impunity, this should include international investigators. Hospitals are entitled to very special protection under international humanitarian law. And let's be clear, the intentional killing of civilians, detainees, and others who are hors de combat is a war crime.
Since October, Israel's ferocious campaign has leveled much of Gaza. More than 34,000 civilians have been killed. And despite international pressure and condemnation, as well as being accused of grave human rights violations, Israel says it's eyeing Rafah, preparing for a military operation in an overcrowded border city where hundreds of thousands of displaced Palestinians are struggling to survive. Rahul Radhakrishnan, TRT World.